Hello everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is the ninth video of our MERN Task Manager series, the final video of our series. In the last video, we built the complete front end. In this video, we are going to do a full review of everything we built from day one, and we will go through every file, every function, every concept, and then I will tell you what to do next after this series. So let's finish this strong and let's open your browser and run this project and this localhost 5173. Make sure the server is running, the backend and server both. And before we do the review, let me first show you the complete software, the application one more time from scratch. So first, if you have any, so delete them, all the existing stuff. So let me means clear everything, and let me add some tasks like learn node.js, press enter, adding the MongoDB, add react, and last one is the MERN project. So here I have this total 4 tasks. I have this, and looking clean, right? So let me delete one task here. Like I just deleted this last one. I have these 3 tasks here, means total goes to the 3. And let me refresh the page. All the tasks are still there because they are saved in the MongoDB. This is the real full stack application, and we built it completely from the scratch, and also the updation is also working fine. So let me quickly review everything we built and from the scratch, and starting with the backend first. Here our backend has the 5 main files. First one is the index.js file. This is our entry point. It set up the Express server, add the middleware like app.use, force, express.json, and the routes also. So it also connect to the database, register our routes, and start the server on port 5000 from the .env file. It's fetch, and everything begins here. Next file is the db.js file. This file connect to MongoDB using the mongoose, and we use the async await to wait for the connection. If connection fails, process.exist one means stop the server immediately, because there is no point to running without a database. Next file here is a task.model.js file. This is our task schema and the model. 2 fields are here, title and the completed. Title is required, cannot be empty, and completed default to the false. And every new task start incomplete means by default it is false, and completed is false. And timestamp adds here the created add and updated add automatically here. And task model map the task collection in MongoDB here. Next file here is the task.controller, and this is the most important backend file for function create task, get task, delete task, and the update task. And means update task by ID. Every function is async await, asynchronous function, and every function has a try catch block. Every function send a proper status code with the response, like 201 for the creation, 200 for the success, and 500 for the error error code. Next file is the task.routes.js. This file connect URL to the controller, and means post URL to the create task function, get URL to the get task function, delete /ID for the delete task, and put /ID for the update task. And in the index.js file here, if you see, I just all these routes are registered under the API task. So let me open front end. So backend is these files. These 5 files are the only in the backend. Let's come to the front end. Our front end is very simple. 4 files in the src folder, in the source folder. So let me go through each one. First one is the main.jsx file. No, first one is the index.js, index.html file, and this is the first file, means a normal STL with the head and the body, and this is how we just connect the HTML to the JavaScript tag, and this is the main.jsx file and entry point of the React. We never touch this file; it just render our the app component into the HTML. Next is the index.css file, only one line here, that is the @import tailwind css. This load the entire tailwind css library into our project. That one line gives us the thousands of utility classes. Next is the app.jsx file. This is our main component, first component. It set the dark background gradient for the whole page. See, minimum screen is the height, and BG linear to from bottom to right, and from the jink color to the 950 to 900 to black, and the text is white for whole. Just a normal tailwind CSS classes. Next is the home.jsx file. This is where everything happens. All state, all function, all UI in single file. For a beginner project, this is perfectly fine because there is no need to fetch, means make the context, use the context API or use the reducer for a single application, means for a single file, for a small project. So let me quickly go through the functions. First, I have this function fetch task, get request to the means backend and fill the task array and show the loading spinner while fetching. Second one is the handle, the add, means post request to the backend, add a new task and clear input when and refresh the list. Third one is the handle delete. So delete request means to backend, remove the task by ID and refresh the list by just call this function fetch task. Last one is the handle update, put a request to backend and toggle complete status and refresh the list say again. So and the here is the completed task. So filter the task array, count completed ones, show in the status card. And the last one is the JSX render. So title with the gradient color and the two stats card and the total task, completed task, the form for the input form to add task and loading spinner while fetching the means data, and empty state when no task here, and task list with the complete and delete functionality. So let me tell you everything you learn in this 9 video. First is the nodejs and how to create a backend server. Then is in the express server setup in the second video. Then we see the MongoDB, how to store data in a real database, and Mongoose, how to connect to MongoDB and work with the data easily. Third one is the schema and model, how to define the shape of your data. In the fourth video we see. Then the CRUD operation, we see the foundation of every web application, and the REST API, how URL map to function, and Postman also we see to how to test your backend without a fronter, means how backend developer test the APIs whether they are working or not. And seventh video is the React with the Vite, how to set up a modern React project, means cleaning the file folder structure and use state and use effect, the two most important React hooks we learn in these in this project. And tailwind CSS, how to build UI fast using utility classes. This is the modern way to write the tailwind CSS, styling the application. And the last one is the Axios, how to connect React frontend to the Express backend JS, means Express backend. And this is a lot, and you did not just learn theory, you build a real working project. Be proud of yourself. Now what should you do after this series? This is the complete series done. Now what should you do after this? First, build this project again from the scratch on your own. No videos, no help, just your code editor and what you remember. This is the best test of how much you learn. If you get stuck, come back and re-watch that specific video. Here I already defined the backend setup, MongoDB connect, task model and schema, and CRUD operation testing with the Postman and React setup and complete front end. So choose that video. Don't it means like and try adding new feature also. For example, add a priority field like high, medium, low, add a due date to each task, add categories like work, personal, study. These are the great practice exercise. Third, push this project to GitHub and create a repo and push your code, write a readme.md file, and this is your first real project on a portfolio. The next series is coming. Yeah, yes, we are going to build a nodes API with authentication. A same MERN Stack project, but this time we have the login, sign up, JWT tokens, password hashing, protected routes. So this is a natural next step after a task manager. Subscribe so you do not miss it. And that is for the MERN task manager series on JDCodebase. 9 videos, complete project from zero to full stack. And thank you so much for watching every single video. It really means a lot to me. This channel is just getting started and your support help it grow. If this series help you, please like the video, subscribe to JDCodebase if you have not already. Share this series with anyone who is learning web development. It helps more beginner and find this content. I will see you in the next series. Thank you. Goodbye.